Hey yo, welcome to the wonderful world of HungryHeath. I'm not a classically trained chef. What I am is a self-taught home cook. I have studied under several television chefs. I have a PhD from YouTube University and a black belt in Google Food. I love to cook. The only thing I love more than cooking is my wife, the warden. Together we host what we like to call the Friday Night Feast. Now this happens every Friday night, 6:30 Central. Cook up an entree, maybe a couple little snacks, showing you how to do it. Then we spend the rest of the evening just chewing the fat with all of our friends in the Hungry Horde. Hope you can tune in sometime. We'd love to have you over for dinner. Today's video is my MS journey update for week 147. And things are a little bit off kilter today. I just was forced to take the day off. And she's fighting with her phone for whatever reason. It has a moisture warning on her. And all she did was she's been using her phone all day, no problems. She plugs it in to charge it, all of a sudden it tells her there's a moisture issue.
But it's only the ones here
in the car?
In the car. If I use the ones in the house, it's okay. But I think because these get too cold or something.
Well, do you mean to run inside and get another charger?
See, it's still giving that.
I guess that's a no. So, anyways, I was forced to go off today. I was scheduled to be off at work from 8:30 to 5:30, my normal Saturday shift. And so obviously today's Saturday. But I was right in the middle of a call with a customer, and I was put her on hold to reach out to a vendor to settle some issues with her. And all of a sudden, the line went dead on me. And I looked, and I do not have internet. I did all the normal troubleshooting, and we just flat out don't have internet. And the account is in her name. She wasn't at home, so she started doing her stuff on the phone, trying to get updates on it and everything, figure out how we can troubleshoot it and all. And they said that what we have is to get the fix, we need a on-site technician, and they're not scheduled to be here today until between 4 and 8. So we already had plans to go run some errands tomorrow, but she's like, well, if you're off, we can't watch TV or nothing, because our internet's down. So why don't we go ahead and go to the market right now?
Yeah. Why
so
not?
Let's do it. To it. Hopefully your phone will quit acting all silly.
Yeah, it's like I have to do a hard reboot.
That's annoying.
Fix. But yeah, and then it slow charges. It doesn't like the fast charge.
And she even has the actual cord that came with the phone, so it will fast charge. We always put that on for hers.
I bet it's that they did it. It just seems awfully coincidental.
The neighbors next door are doing some
make a U-turn
additions, or I don't know, they're doing some kind of work next door. They've been doing it for a couple of weeks now. And we've been hearing machines running all day long. And there's a
continue on Belt Chase Drive for 3/4 of a
truck
mile.
and a trailer here parked next door.
Looks like they were pulling a tree.
So maybe they hit something.
It's probably, it just seems awfully coincidental
right.
that the day that they're yanking something out of their backyard, suddenly we lose internet.
Right. It was weird too, because we have fiber internet and the box is right next to our driveway, but I guess it runs through part of their yard, the line itself. So I don't know. Things happen. It just kind of stinks.
Yeah, because it's not paid.
Yeah. It's an excused absence, but it's not a paid absence. So
that's a pretty big
chunk of change, because I like it. Yeah, like I said, I go in at 8:30, and it's all happened like at 10:30 or right before 10:30. So I got like 2 hours in for the day. That's it. So yay! And it was really, really touchy. Is we're supposed to have our monthly cook-along tonight too. So hopefully we get this thing all done.
I know.
That's supposed to happen at 6 o'clock, and they're supposed to be here between 4 and 8. So hopefully they're closer to 4. And it'll only take them like 5-10 minutes to fix it, and then we're back on the road.
Right.
Everything, all systems go. Fingers crossed.
Annoying is what it is.
Yes. Extremely.
I feel like Paige the Pumpkin is, she's trying to show and get on camera. You notice that?
Yeah. That's fine. She's cute.
She is cute.
So what had happened was, we, I watch all sorts of different things on YouTube, right? And there's one channel we find every once in a while. They have some good stuff. It's called Day Tripper or Day Trippers. I don't remember exactly. But he did a recent episode on Houston. I was like, well, let's go ahead and check it out. Maybe there's something we can learn. Something we haven't never heard about or nothing.
It is a big city.
Yeah. We haven't been everywhere. I mean, I've lived this area my whole life, but...
Oh, look at the ghost.
I lived about an hour south of actual Houston growing up, and then now we live about an hour north. So I don't ever spend actual time in any actual, in Houston proper, right? I'm always in the suburbs.
The burbs.
Right. So I never really spent that much time in Houston itself. You know, it's like in and out. We'll go for a concert or go for a sporting event or something like that, you know. But, you know, go to a restaurant or something located in Houston, but...
A sporting event?
Yeah, I've gone to, like, football games and baseball games and whatnot.
Turn right onto Aldi and Westfield
I have, like I said, growing up.
Oh, growing up.
Right.
Would you even know where you were at, though? Or you were just in the back seat and you just showed up?
That, too. Yeah. But I just knew I was in Houston. So, therefore, my story is still true.
I'm not discounting your story.
I know, but I saw that side
Take the next right onto Aldi and Westfield Road.
Because me and you will go places and I'll be like, yeah, it's right over here by blah, blah, blah. And you're like, I don't know what that is.
Right.
And I'm like, we've gone there like 500 times. And you're like, I don't
well,
know
we need to go 502,
mile,
and then I'll
use
remember.
The left two
Well, that was
lanes to turn left
501.
onto East Luetta
Right.
Road.
So, anyways, what was I saying now?
You were talking about how you know a lot about Houston.
And then, so they went to this one farmer's market. We do those a lot. She usually goes by herself. Because the one we really enjoy, there's like 2 or 3 of them, but they're only open on Saturdays. Well, I'm
Use
working,
the left
so
two lanes to turn left onto East Luetta Road.
she'll go visit the market while I'm at work and go pick up some stuff, you know. Well, it turns out this one is open 7 days a week. So we were planning on going tomorrow, since I'm off on Sundays. And she's like, well, if you're off today, and at the time we were talking on the phone, texting back and forth, whatnot, and because she was still out, she ran a couple of errands this morning. She's like, well, tell you what, when I come home, why don't we just go ahead and go to the market today? Why don't put it off till tomorrow?
What was that?
That little
Continue on
wedge
East
I
Luetta
use.
Road for 1.5 miles.
The phone bounces around, so I got this little lotion thing, and I jam it in here and wedge it up to hold it in place. And obviously it wasn't wedged very well, because that's what just slid off when she made that crazy turn.
We are high tech here.
Right.
We've got the latest and greatest.
I'm a redneck engineer. What
Right.
it is. So she's like, well, why don't we just go ahead and go today and knock it out? We can probably get back in time. If we go right now, we can just go and come back before they get here at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, sure. Why not? Why wait? Let's do it. We're not doing anything anyways. So, and then it decided again, what the heck?
Gosh. I just did not want to be part of your work today.
Is that mo better?
I mean, that seems good to me.
Good or enough? I know I'm using those technical terms now too.
I know. I would say this is top quality, y'all.
Right?
You can't beat this.
Stick with me, kid. I'll learn you something.
So, yes. So we're going to the Houston Farmers Market. It's 11:30.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get there by noon, and we'll need to leave by 3.
I went ahead and packed 2 coolers just in case.
Oh.
Well, I mean, because I have all those reusable freezer bags, the little freezer packs.
Yeah.
So if we don't need them, we'll just pull them, take them back home, throw them back in the freezer again. I have,
Right.
just in case, because you never know what you're going to find. I'd rather,
Never know.
old school, I'd rather have enough, and not need it. That's why I used to work on my jobs too when I was working construction. I took more tools than I actually needed because I'd rather have everything there in case I needed to do it, and I'd always bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather do that than be short, so.
Right. So, yes. So we're off to the market. Hopefully we'll find some good deals.
Yes.
Because it is a little bit of a drive.
Yeah.
So if we get there and they're expensive, then I'm going to be mad.
Well, at least it'll be a fact-finding mission.
Right, that's true.
It won't be a waste of time because they
In a
won't
quarter
know.
mile, slide right.
But hopefully we'll get I hope to find some avocados.
Yes, and some onions.
Yeah, you want specifically a red onion.
I love fresh red onion with my lunch, and sometimes with dinner too.
Slide right.
And the last little bit we had, we finished off last night. So I'm ready.
And then also, let's see, what else are we wanting? Maybe some sweet
In
potato
1,000
if we
feet,
find
turn right
any.
onto
Sure.
North Freeway Service Road.
Meat, I guess? I don't know.
Well,
Depends on what we see.
yeah, the rancher that's there, I don't know if it'll be
Cheap.
right.
Well, not necessarily cheap, but
Well, I want cheap.
budget conscious.
I want extremely budget conscious.
Take the next right onto North Freeway Service Road.
That's what I'm hoping for. What about you?
Yeah, basically the same thing. I'm just taking in the sights.
Taking in the sights.
And then I guess it's about
In
it
a quarter
really.
mile, slide left onto the I-45 South ramp.
So, yeah, we're looking forward to this. So we'll bring you along so you can see the market.
Yeah.
See what there is. I mean, I've seen a few videos plus the day trippers. He showed, what he saw, but I feel like because
Slide left onto the I-45 South ramp. Then
he
merge onto
obviously
I-45.
had kind of like a local tour guide and they were giving him samples and he was getting to do a few more things that I don't think is the average.
Right.
Because the other videos that I found and watched, and they were this year, they were not giving samples of anything. It was just kind of like, if you want, you roll the dice and you just get it.
Right.
So I'm like, yeah, they probably did that because they knew that it was a full production team that was filming.
It was like basically doing a commercial.
Right. So we'll see what it's actually like.
Right.
And you want to go ahead and show them. Well, you haven't even talked about like
Anything.
Did you do your DDPY this week?
Yes, I did. I think it was because I just moved on from the chair force up to the stand strong, but it's with the chair assisted, so I use it for balance and whatnot. So right now he's got me doing 3 days a week, and I've been doing them all three. Monday, Tuesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But I don't know. We had a lot of stuff going on this week, so I skipped Wednesday and just did it Thursday.
Oh, okay.
So I took a day off and everything. No, I'm not adding any days. I'm just doing what he has me scheduled for. And he puts it out every a weekly schedule.
Sunday, right?
Yeah, every Sunday comes out a new week. So I'm just running what he's got. And usually, especially with this one right here, on Sundays, it's just a refresher kind of thing, a welcome guide. So there's no actual workout on Sunday.
Yeah, it's just him motivating you for the coming week, right?
Telling you what to expect and everything too.
And how great you are, and you're mastering it. You already got this far. You're
It's a
so
little
awesome.
pep talk kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yay, yay, yay.
Which, I think that's nice. And I do see how for probably quite a few people that would keep them going. Like, having that reminder. Sometimes we do need reminders on like a weekly basis.
Right.
Or, sometimes monthly. It just depends on the person. Somebody just encourage you and say, you know what? You're doing great. You're awesome. You've made it this far. You're in it for yourself. So be proud of where you're at. And I think that's good that he does that because, especially if you're taking on something like an exercise routine, especially if, when it comes to the chair force and the stand strong, most of those people do have some type of mobility issues,
right?
Like yourself. And so to be encouraged that, hey, that's great that you're sticking to it. I think that's good that he does that because most exercise programs I've ever been in, they don't have that weekly just kind of 5-minute talk with like the coach or whatever encouraging you and telling you that you're doing great.
I don't know. It's just maybe I'm jaded. And all I keep thinking of is that one movie, I can't remember what it is now or who the actor was, but You Can Do It, that thing. I don't know. Yeah, sometimes maybe I'm just silly.
Well, I don't know if you're the type of person that really
needs the motivation.
Right, or if that type of motivation is what works for you, or encouragement. Because I think it is like the jaded where you almost feel like it's disingenuous.
Yeah. Kind of corny.
Right. But if somebody, like, if I come in and I'm like, okay, look, this is what you're going to do, MFer, get back on it, you're slacking, then you're kind of like, whatever, and then you do it anyways.
Right. Shut up and leave me alone. I'll do it.
So, that's good. You're still on that.
And like I was telling y'all before, I was doing it every morning before work and everything. So then she's got some bright idea now that she read something, watched somebody somewhere, that you need to do something like right after you eat, what do you say, a 10-minute exercise at least? Some kind of activity.
Right, because they're saying that for your gut health and cortisol and stuff, when you eat, it jacks that cortisol hormone and all of that going, and then plus your digestion, that just when you're done eating, go take a walk, go do something where you're standing and active for at least 10 minutes after you're done eating, and that way it helps use up, you know, the cortisol, and then it uses up, and it helps with the digestion and everything. And I got to thinking, I was like, I mean, when you think about it, like growing up, I always remember, of course my family didn't do this, but I remember a lot of families, especially after Thanksgiving meal, because it was such a big meal, a lot of them do go and do walks or hikes or whatever.
We just went to sleep.
Right. So did my family. But and it's like, but when you think about it, the people who did go and do a hike or a walk after the big meal, guess what? They looked healthier. And they seemed to get around and be more mobile and stuff. So I was like, so maybe there is something to, you know, getting moving after you've eaten.
So I've stopped doing them first thing in the morning and started doing them every evening now.
Yeah.
After we eat. And a couple of times she's even joined me, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. So I'll join him, or it might be, you know, maybe I'm sweeping the house, and it kind of like helps, I find, knowing, okay, so I need to do something for at least 10 minutes after we eat, so it could be cleaning, and I feel like, okay, that's kind of double duty, because I'm cleaning, and it's not like I'm having to spend all one day cleaning, but hey, I'm cleaning, you know, Monday, I'm sweeping the house after dinner, or doing the dishes, or the laundry, or, you know, cleaning up the kitchen and stuff, just things like that. It's like, well, I feel like I'm, you know, getting two birds with one stone kind of deal.
Right.
When you do that, just purposeful movements.
And then I don't feel as rushed in the mornings now either, so it's a little better.
That's good.
And I don't go to work and feel a little more tired, so that's good.
Right?
Because my shift, like I said, is 8:30 to 5:30, and I feel like to get everything done correctly, I need to get up at 6:30 to get all my chores done in the morning. So, because I don't want to rush, you know, I want to make sure I'm at work on time.
Mm-hmm.
So I have my alarm set for 8:20, and then I go in there and start logging into all my stuff.
Right. It does. I don't like going to work when I feel like I'm rushed or behind.
Right.
Because then I feel like it all day long, even if it's like, okay, it didn't make a big deal. Like, there's not something that's like, oh, okay, had to do it right at 8 versus 8:05.
It's kind of cool too, though, because the way they got it set up is I'll log in at 8:30, and then they said I'm gonna log into the phone system, but then I'm in default status for 5 minutes. I'll get everything set up.
Oh.
It's actually on my schedule. It says default, and it says 5 minutes. Then it shows 11:35 phones.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty neat, huh?
That is nice. They do seem to really try to work with...
Accommodate.
Yeah, accommodate, and like, it seems like the people who have modeled your call center are somebody who has actual experience in call center.
Right.
Because most of the call centers I've worked, it's like, okay, if your shift is 8:30 to 5, you better be on and ready exactly at 8:30.
Right.
And in fact, they would be like, okay, log in actually at 8:29, not any sooner, but at 8:29, you better be logged into that phone and ready to hit available exactly at 8:30. Not 8:30 and 10 seconds, 8:30:00.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, because I mean, I'm kind of stickler on stuff like that too, because like when I do a 15-minute break, I set my alarm on my phone for 13 minutes to make sure I'm back in time.
Right.
I'm not going to log in an hour lunch, but I set it for 55 minutes. just to make sure I'm back on time.
There's a speed trap ahead.
And yeah, so I think they seem to really be understanding, and their flexibility, like telling you, okay, you know, if you want to combine your brakes or you know, split your brakes up even more, you're able to do so. And again, other places they were just like,
they're very rigid.
Yeah, they were very rigid.
The schedule is the schedule. The only caveat they have me here is I can't take my break or my lunch, whatever, for the first hour I'm there, or the last hour.
Right, and that makes sense. Yeah. But like before, you know, when I worked at the last call center job, they would be like, all of a sudden, I'm a creature of routine. So like I pretty much go to lunch around 1:30 to 2 o'clock every day, and I just get you know, I'm used to that.
Right.
But sometimes, you know, when you're in the call center, some days they might say, oh, your lunch is at 11 a.m., which to me is just way too early for me.
That's brunch.
Right. And or it'd be 12 or 1, and it would vary like that day to day. But your job, it sounds like you could be like, yeah, you know, I'd prefer to have my lunch at noon. And they're like, okay, whatever. Right?
Yeah. And what's crazy too, the last job, the call center I worked at, I always I had to tell them when I was going to break, when I'm going to lunch. Here I don't have to tell him, I just do it. He goes, because he's like, well, the boss told me, he goes, I can pull up and see what you're doing. There's no sense of you announcing it to me.
Right.
He goes, if I'm doing my job, you don't need to do all of that. And he goes, it's just craziness.
Yeah, because that seems very micromanaged.
Yes, he goes, I'm not about that. He goes, I know you're doing your job. He goes, don't worry about it. He goes, and when you run into an issue, you always reach out to me or somebody else in other leadership. He goes, so you're good.
Why is everybody so slow today, y'all?
They're scared. Because they know we're in a hurry. We got things to do.
I know. All day. Everywhere I went, people just so slow. That's because I'm not used to driving.
I tell you to say, because we work from home, this is foreign to us now.
And I think we say this every time.
Yeah.
So
eventually.
How about your MS symptoms?
They're
fine. Have you had any this week?
No flare-ups at all. I mean,
well, not just flare-ups, but any like side effects.
Not that I can tell if that's what it is. I mean, I'm having some bathroom issues, but I don't know if it's actually the MS or not. I don't know if it's what I'm eating, or I don't know.
Did you have any today?
No.
Oh, okay.
The only issue I'm having today, I have like rumbling, but when I go to sit down, nothing happens.
Oh.
I know it sounds kind of crass with her. I like telling her, I'm just blowing kisses at people. Nothing happens though. So, it's just weird.
Yeah. Well, and it very well could be, you know, like some changes or not. Like, I know you have the kefir cheese almost every day.
Yeah.
But, like, some days you were drinking the kefir milk, and I know you haven't drank any in, 3 days now?
Yeah, so maybe that's what it is. Because you said that stuff's supposed to help with your probiotics.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's helping, like, clean me out.
Right.
That's how it's exiting.
Well, yeah, that would be part of one way.
Because there's been a couple of days where I've had to go, like, 3 or 4 times in one day. Like, back to back.
Yeah.
I think it was like yesterday.
Right.
First thing in the morning, when I go and fed the dogs, I start making my breakfast, all of a sudden I gotta go again.
There's a speed trap ahead.
A speed trap? I don't know why there'd be a speed trap. I can't even go speed.
Everybody's scared of the speed trap, I guess.
But I wonder, because you've gone a few days without having any kefir milk, I wonder if that's why you were having those issues yesterday.
Because I didn't have it, or because I did have it?
No, you did not have it.
I was asking you.
You didn't have any yesterday or the day before.
I understand that. I know I didn't have any. I'm asking you, is the problems because I didn't have any, or because I did have them?
Well, I would think it would be because you have not had any, because that's when you had the issue, is after you've gone a couple days of not having it.
Right.
When you had it on a daily basis, you didn't report having issues.
Okay.
Your issues are when you're not.
Okay.
In case am I looking at it wrong, everybody?
In my mind, I think so. I think it's backwards. But then again, I do that a lot, so. But, I don't know. I guess I'm just off today. I'm feeling off today because I'm out of my routine.
I know. Everything was,
Set up how I'm going to run. I've already put my lunch on to heat up because, I still have that little Hot Logic I used to carry to work. I still, when I was working construction, I had it in my truck. And I still use it today at the house. That way my lunch is ready for me. And when I go to my first break, I grab, refill my drink, and I put my lunch on in the Logic to warm it up. And when I go to lunch, it's perfect. So it's still sitting there ready. So, I don't know. I know that's not a big deal. It's just, like I said, everything just feels weird today because I'm off.
But it will be nice if we get this done today.
And then take off
to not
tomorrow.
have to go anywhere tomorrow.
So I started messaging the boss, telling him what's going on. He's like, yeah, look, just take the day off. Have a good couple of days, and we'll see you on Monday. I was like, all right, Captain.
Right?
But other than that, everything's going smooth. Like I said, the only thing I'm really honestly worried about is the fact that we're supposed to have our cook-along tonight.
I know. So I did put an announcement in our Facebook group chat. So if you're not part of our Facebook group, why not? Go join it. It's fun. And, people share all kinds of stuff. It's not, I wouldn't even say that we're strict about, keto or
We're not strict about anything.
No.
A lot of times they just post their funny memes in there, too. I love that,
right.
too. Videos and whatnot. It's like basically like any other group, honestly.
In 2 miles, use the right lane to take exit.
Well, except that we're not as rigid as a lot of them, too.
Right. So I wouldn't say it's like any other. But anyways, and then we have a group chat.
Yeah.
And so people just get in there. So if you're ever, having a struggle or anything, you can just join in on the group chat.
A very, very supportive group. I am so proud of all the members. Y'all are amazing.
I think so. Now if I can just run all these vehicles. I mean, look at that. Why was that all bottlenecked back there? For no reason. Ugh.
That's why I told you, I really believe some people leave the house just to be in the way.
I'm saying.
They get out of bed and just say, hey, how can I go get in somebody else's way today?
Yeah.
It's what it feels like anyways. Then again, there's me being jaded.
Yeah, not you. See, I think the one I went to was off of that airline back there, but...
She, halfway remembers going to this market in the past. So, we're going to find out here shortly if this is the one or not.
Wait, why did you get over, mister? Hey, I'm going to get over just so I can just break in front of you, even though there's nobody in front of me. Seriously. Alright. I'm so glad I work from home, so I don't have to deal with this.
2 times a week, maybe?
Maybe once.
Yeah.
And, most of the time, like when I went to Kroger earlier and stuff, even though that's a little bit further Kroger, I like that Kroger.
Oh, yeah.
Because, well, one, everybody there is always so friendly. But I have to say, I think most Krogers, the associates are pretty friendly, don't you think? The ones you've been to?
For the most part.
And, they were all like, hey, how are you? And I guess they were doing... I don't know, it's some kind of employee benefits. I know it's annual enrollment time is starting for a lot of companies out there. And, because I used to work in HR benefits for we handle a lot of Fortune 500 companies and handled their benefits. So most companies have their annual enrollment.
In 1,000 feet, use the right
October,
lane to take exit
November.
51 for I-610 West.
And they had somebody with United Healthcare set up there.
Use the right lane to take exit 51.
And
use the right lane
then
to keep
inside,
right at the fork.
I heard there was a couple associates, and one lady came up and she goes,
use the right lane to keep right at the fork.
Yeah, I'm like the vice president of produce or something. And I was
right, then continue on to North Loop West Freeway.
So they must be having some kind of representative from the HR or somewhere to really talk to their associates.
Drive.
That's cool.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you go Mr.
In
Porsche.
half a mile, take exit
Since you're-
16 toward North
you're in
Main
a
Street,
hurry.
Yale Street.
He was like, oh no, I'm going in front of you even though you're in front of me.
And then he keeps his blinker on the whole time he's driving. He's one of them guys.
Okay. See, this is different, so...
So I think it's a different market.
Take exit 16,
Or
then
they
merge
do.
onto North Loop West
Yeah.
Freeway.
So, anyways, back to you.
Merge
Everything
onto
seems
North
to
Loop
be...
West Freeway,
Going great.
North Loop, then turn
Okay.
left onto North Main Street.
Because,
Oh.
you know, I haven't been on my job that long, but I had we do a weekly
Take the next
one-on-one with our
left onto North
supervisor.
Main Street, then turn left
Just
onto
to
North
touch
Loop.
base on everything, and I had one, was it yesterday? No. Yeah, well, yeah, it was yesterday.
Oh.
And he told me I'm improving. You
Yeah,
know, it's he likes what he sees. He's happy I'm a part of his team. You just keep up the good work. And then we're slated for a half hour on that meeting. We usually go 45 minutes to an hour, though. And then we spend, usually the majority of the time, just visiting and talking about food. He's
Well,
a big
what-
foodie also. He's
Yeah?
telling me about all these different restaurants he went to. And told me the next time we're in San Juan, we need to go hunt down this one place.
Oh. That's where we had the mofongo. That was
Yeah.
really good.
He's talking about they had a pork belly there. It was like it was a little
Oh.
roadside thing.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Right. I said, yeah, let me go hunt that down. He goes, it'll come to me. I'll remember it and I'll message you and tell you the name of the place.
Oh, cool.
I was like, well, that works.
Yeah, I would love to go back to San Juan. I think it's a beautiful city. And it was pretty easy, at least the downtown area. You know, we walked around there for a little bit. And that was
Right.
pretty
Take the next
easy.
left onto North Loop.
Oh, fudge. Well, I didn't do
Nothing left
that.
there. It'll reroute you.
Yeah.
Take the next left onto East 29th Street, then turn left onto Cornell
That says
Street.
28.
Take the next left onto East 28th Street, then
well,
turn left onto Cornell Street.
You need to tell me before I
In
get to the
800
street.
feet, turn left onto Aurora Street.
You don't even know where I'm supposed to go. Why don't we break here
Okay.
and
In a
show
quarter
them your
mile, turn
food,
right onto Link
All
Road.
right. That sounds good to me.
and then we'll show them the market.
All righty.
Well, I came out here on Sunday, and look what Heath has been up to. I guess him getting up extra early does pay off.
Actually, the dogs let me sleep in today. I didn't get up till 7:20.
Oh, 7:20.
And
Wow.
you know, because normally during the week I get up at 6:30. Now, yes, I've just finished rebuilding it, but now the true test. I'm gonna Heath rate it. Let's put a load-bearing test to this. Because y'all, I'm still just under 300 pounds. So it doesn't have an ejection seat anymore. So I feel confident that this is fixed. Now I do see this one just popped loose a little bit because I think it's warped, but I can run another screw into it and seat it correctly. But ta-da! Another done stamp on my little to-do list. It only
Woohoo.
took me 2 weeks to do it.
Yeah.
I figured out it's not actually a problem with my compressor, it's the nail guns themselves. I need to get some cleaner on them and maybe even take them apart and like basically do an overhaul on them. Clean out the gaskets and everything on the inside. They're probably 15 years old or whatever. And I can't remember the last time I actually did that, so probably user error on my end.
Probably
Is that true?
15 years ago.
Yeah. So maintenance is important. I just got to remember that. But at least I fixed it.
Yeah.
It might
Awesome.
not be pretty anymore because I don't know if the spacing on the seat is exactly what it was originally, but at least it's back together. It's functional now. That's the main
Right.
point. I'm not entering it in a contest or anything, so at least we can use it now, and it's not an eyesore, broken, and nobody's going to get hurt sitting on it.
Yeah, and if we get a few more years out of it, then even better.
So, all right, moving on. And now the fun part, I get to pick up all the toys.
So we're at the Houston Farmers Market today. They're actually having a pumpkin patch and live kind of farmers market where people bring in produce. And then here we are, we're at the very back, so you kind of see all the different sides and how far that goes. Oh, look at that squash. huge radish. Wow. There's your red onions. Oh, wow.
Look for the signs and everything. What are these?
Oh, wow. Look at the chilies.
Catch their sign. We'll know who to come back to. So here's the haul we got from the farmer's market. I'm going to let the warden tell you what all we got here.
Yeah. So our budget was $50, and we actually ended up only spending $36, with half of that being the 2 hot sauces. So that was $16 for the 2 hot sauces. So that was the priciest thing. And then what we've got here, we got these 3 peppers. Aren't they? I mean, look how huge that one is.
Wow. It's like a softball.
And then we got a couple yams or sweet potatoes rather. See how big they are? It's huge.
How many did we get total?
I have 3, so because
Okay.
you wanted a little one to do your little whatever you're doing. And then this the jalapenos. Now this, it was $1 for 6. I think Aldi's cheaper. Here's the avocados that we got 2 for $5. And see those, you see how big, that is a jumbo.
Yeah, that is. Wow.
And, but it's like 1 today, 1 tomorrow. You got your red onion here. Look at these radishes. So I think this was $3. And normally I've been getting them at Kroger for $1, but they're like this size. But look, some of these are cute. Like, that's like the size of a potato. So I think for $3, that's still a good price for all of that. And then the mushrooms were $3. They said it's a pound of the button mushrooms.
Nice.
So I think overall we did okay.
This will last us for a couple of days.
Under budget.
Right.
Which is important.
Alrighty. Let's get this put away. Sunday morning breakfast. I got a chorizo and egg bowl. Topped with some of that kefir cheese. Mashed avocado. And our fermented salsa. This smells amazing, y'all. Week 147 meal prep. I got all these burgers, just loaded them on the trigger. I'm gonna let them go for about an hour and a half, and we'll pull them. We'll go in and eat these 4 right here for our lunch today. So I smoked these burgers at 225 for an hour and a half, and now look how great they look. So this whole tray here will be my lunch for the rest of the week. And then these 4 will be our lunch today. I'll be inside in a minute and I'll show y'all what this looks like all plated up. Sunday lunch is scary. I say scary because we're getting into the witching hour. It's about to be Halloween, y'all. And look, we made that caprese salad the other day. These are the little cheese molds we made. And then we just blended it with some tomatoes and dusted it with some basil. Then I smoked some burgers. And then I topped it with that garlic marinara. And this is some of that scarecrow cheese ball that the warden made. Speaking of the warden, she's already started eating her lunch. And then she's having me have this kefir drink. I got my Zevia. And this here, y'all, I was kind of scared about having this one. This is that new Zevia energy drink. Let me see. This is the one, the Pineapple Paradise. This is a gift from our good friend, Just Jason Keto. Well, what I'm scared about is what if I fall in love with it and then I can't get it because we have not been able to find it here locally. And this he brought down from, or actually he brought it down from Canada for us. So, wish me luck. I don't know, it's like kind of mixed emotions about it. Because I want to like it, but then I don't want to like it too much that I want more of it. So, I'll keep y'all posted. Hey, yo, Jason, here I go. I'm going to try that drink. Thank you again, sir. That's good. Like I was saying, I was kind of scared. I was afraid I was going to like it too much because now I got to figure out ways of getting it. So I'm going to probably go look online and see if I can order it from them. There's got to be a way. I can't. I mean, hell, I guess I can order from Canada.
Well, how does it taste?
Like pineapple. It tastes like I'm drinking a pineapple drink. Remember when we used to go to restaurants all the time? Like at breakfast, I get a glass of pineapple juice. What this really tastes like.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. This will be perfect in the morning with breakfast. Sunday night dinner. And you can't really tell underneath this pile of chili, but underneath that is a sweet potato. So Shelly microwaved it. She said it turned out really great for her the other day, so I'm trusting her. She microwaved a small sweet potato and then just heaped on a lot of that Instant Pot chili on top of it. Then a dollop of, or 3, of the kefir cheese and some diced radish, diced jalapeno, and diced red onions. This looks so inviting. I'm going to turn this off and devour this. Sunday breakfast. I got a link of jalapeno cheddar sausage, my hard-boiled eggs, and a dollop of the kefir cheese. And then I topped it with this red hot sauce. Monday lunch. I'm having the rest of that dirty egg scramble I made with the chorizo. And I'm throwing in a link of sausage. And I topped that dirty egg scramble with some of that kefir cheese. Topped that with that homemade pico de gallo salsa we made. And then another dollop of some smashed avocado. I know this is ugly, but I'm really thinking it's going to taste good though. Monday night dinner, I got a bowl of our Instant Pot chili, topped with some kefir cheese, diced jalapeno and radishes, and I got a sweet potato on the side here. Tuesday morning breakfast, I got my hard-boiled eggs topped with some mustard and hot sauce, a big old dollop of that kefir cheese, also dotted with a little bit of mustard and hot sauce, along with the jalapeno cheddar sausage link. Same way, drizzled with the mustard and dotted with the hot sauce. You noticing a thing today? I need some mustard and hot sauce. Tuesday lunch, and I got a triple cheeseburger. And on the side here, I got some cherry tomatoes, red onion, and spicy pickles. And then I have a whole avocado, and I dusted it all with some Redmond's. It's Tuesday, y'all. I'm off work. So I'm making up another blend of our spice seasoning. This is our special blend we call the Cooper's Inferno. I'm super excited about it. So far, I got 5 jars. Let's see how many we end up with. We're having Tex-Mex Tuesday for dinner tonight. The wonderful warden made us some enchiladas. It's just cheese. Enchiladas made using those egg life wraps. Then our homemade Instant Pot chili over the top. Then on the side here, I got some smashed avocado, diced red onion. And then she topped it, all of this here, with a hot pepper relish combined with some zucchini relish. And then I have some, yeah, they're all fermented. And then I have some fresh cherry tomatoes. This is like restaurant quality food, y'all. Wednesday breakfast, I got my hard-boiled eggs, jalapeno sausage, and my kefir cheese. All of it dotted with a little bit of mustard and hot sauce. Wednesday lunch, and I got a double meat chili cheeseburger, and I topped it with a salsa verde and sprinkled it with some diced red onions. And I'll probably have it with some of these chicharrones. Wednesday night dinner, I got a bone-in ribeye. Well, I say bone-in. We removed the bone and gave it to the dogs. And then I got some sauteed asparagus with some jalapeno and parm in there. And then I have a stuffed sweet potato. Shelly made that compound butter the other day, and then I just topped mine with some of the kefir cheese and a little sprinkle of some bacon pieces. Thursday morning breakfast, and I got my hard-boiled eggs, like a jalapeno sausage, and a dollop of that kefir cheese, and I dotted it all with some of this Love Chamoy sauce. Thursday lunch, I got a chili cheeseburger topped with some of that kefir cheese and some diced red onion, and I'll be enjoying it with some of these chicharrones. Thursday night dinner, I got some biscuits and gravy, and that's some sausage gravy, homemade, all of it. Man, this looks so good. And then we got some sweet potato O'Brien, and then of course I had to dust it with some of this MCT hot sauce. Friday breakfast, I have my hard-boiled eggs topped with some of the Warden's Raisin Cane sauce, a dollop of that kefir cheese, and a link of jalapeno sausage. Friday lunch, what I got here is a double meat, double cheeseburger topped with some of my homemade smoked salsa. So, we just finished up at the market, and we waited to show y'all all of the stuff we got because it's getting a little too hot out there, and we figured it'd be easier to film when we got home. So,
yeah,
I thought it was a good trip. I just don't know how often we're going to come back.
Yeah, it wasn't like everything was so cheap. It
Right.
basically competitive with the grocery stores.
Right.
I mean, HEB claims that they get, from local farmers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I say there wasn't, it was like the mushrooms we got, she said was a pound, $3. Well, that's what it goes for at HEB.
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's like $2.98 if you get a 16-ounce container.
Right.
So, and then, let's see, the avocados were 2 for $5, but they are really big avocados. So that is equivalent to like your jumbo avocado that you would get. I found the little peppers that I wanted, but when I talked to the lady, she said, no, they're not as hot as a habanero. She said habanero is spicier.
Wow. Okay.
She said these are like kind of mild compared to a habanero.
Really? Because generally the smaller the pepper, the hotter they are.
Well,
okay.
I asked, I said, she said, oh yeah, spicy. And I said, okay, habanero spicier or less? And she said, oh no, a habanero spice this mild compared to a habanero. And I was like, oh, okay, well.
So did you end up getting them? I don't remember.
No, I didn't get them. Because I'm like, well, why would I do that? Yeah.
Just put some pepper on the plate.
Right. Or just use our Cooper's Inferno or something.
Right.
And then, yeah, I thought overall, now, we'll probably show them before this what all we got, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to wait and record that part when we get home just because of the easy, and we want to get home because it's already, I can see, like a little after 2 o'clock, and then the AT&T guy said he's going to be out 4 to 8. Hopefully it's closer to 4.
Yeah.
So if we're already at home, we already got that stuff done, that'll be a lot better.
Right. But tons and tons of spice. That, I would say the market is good if you're looking for something unusual.
Yeah.
Like if there's a certain spice you need or mole that you generally couldn't find at your standard grocery store. I mean, and it was so busy, y'all. We didn't get to record as much because, I mean, it was just loud and busy. A lot of people everywhere.
Yes. Typical Saturday.
Right. And then they had, lots of stuff that, we don't eat anymore, but kind of remind me of, like when we got to different parts of Mexico where they had the chilled fruit and then they would put like the tahini or spice on it.
Right.
And then they had the different aqua frescas and, different things like that.
I was telling her, I said, what it ended up being basically was a fact-finding mission. We just needed to know what all was there.
Right.
And now we know, and if, like I said, when we need those special spices, we know where we can go to get them. This is not something we need to do every week.
Like, we saw lots of dried chilies.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if we wanted, like guajillo peppers, I know before when we've done certain recipes, it was, like, really hard to find the peppers we needed.
Yeah.
And, had to, like, either go to the store and buy a whole bunch of package, because, like, the Fiesta always sells them a little bitty, like, 1 ounce. So now we go there and get as much as we need.
Right.
To make, like, a really good enchilada sauce.
Yes.
We get all those peppers there. And mole. So if we want to experiment with different moles, they had that. And they did offer samples. Like, I think it was disadvantaged because we don't speak Spanish, unfortunately. Which,
Correct.
living in Houston, that would have been the smart thing to take.
I tell folks that I speak Spanglish. I know just enough to order in a restaurant and possibly get in a fight.
But not enough to order produce.
Right. Correct.
So,
Google Translator for that.
Yeah, so a lot of this stuff, we didn't know exactly what it was because it was in Spanish. Like, some of the things you can figure out, like oregano was obviously oregano, kimano. Yeah, but some of the things I was like, oh, what could that be? So lots of neat spices, moles, which would be fun to play around with.
We just didn't want to be the silly gringos Googling everything right there.
Right. And again, it was just so busy and no air conditioning.
Yes.
Except in the restrooms. That was air conditioning. That was a nice break.
Right.
I was like, maybe I'll just sit here for a while. And then plants. There was a couple booths that had plants. And I still think there was more we didn't get to.
Right.
There's a couple other warehouses, but it was just so hot.
I feel like we're on a time crunch too, though.
Yeah, I do too. And then I went into the egg store. So again, if you wanted specialty eggs, remember, like, we did that one quail recipe, and we had to go to Central Market. We could have just got the quail eggs there.
Is it cheaper here?
I didn't look at the quail.
Oh, okay.
Like, I saw they had quail eggs. I didn't look at the price. Oh, can you put it on the heat?
I put it on securely.
That tastes good. But they had quail eggs, duck eggs, but the duck eggs were $3 each.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a bit pricey.
The whole place is just kind of proud of themselves.
Well, I think because it's gotten hipster,
right?
Like, they're like, oh, okay, we get in here and now we know to charge more. And it was kind of, depending on the farmer you went to, like, some of them, the avocados, they were like, oh, $3 each or $3.50 each. And then finally they were like, oh, 2 for $5. So it's like, okay, well, I'm going to go to this one because they're 2 for $5. So that makes them $2.50. Which, again, that really is about what you pay at the grocery store. If you can find a nice jumbo avocado. I think we did pretty good on the bell peppers. And also I got sweet potatoes, and those sweet potatoes are massive. Like, we can cook one and share it.
Nice.
And
because I want to dice them up and then kind of do like a little stir fry thing, almost like a hash brown potatoes, almost like, or what do you call it, O'Brien potatoes?
Like I made the other day.
Yeah, and mix it in with my scrambled eggs. I think that was really good.
That was good. And it was neat. They also had little pumpkin patch market going, so they had all kinds of stuff. But again, most of the stuff we don't really eat anymore, or we don't eat. Like, there was one booth where they had nothing but honeys and jams.
Right.
We're not going to do that. Another one had, like, all kinds of aqua frescas and horchata. Oh my gosh. Comment if you liked horchata. I used to drink the horchata. Oh my gosh.
It was going out of style.
Oh, I freaking loved that stuff. Of course, now that's rice and sugar, so. But yeah, I used to drink tons of horchata because I used to go to, like, all the little Mexican marts and and everything and get it, for grandma making it,
Right.
basically. And so I was like drooling. I was like, oh, I bet that horchata is so good, but not gonna do it. And then there was a taco place, and it was like street tacos. Those looked really good.
And then right across the street was a Mexican bakery.
Oh yeah.
So that was a little tempting.
We didn't even go. I was like, now you're gonna put myself in that, because like if you've never gone to like a real Mexican bakery, you walk in and you get like a big platter, and you go around and they have tongs everywhere, and you load up your platter with everything you're gonna get, and then you check out. And like, this is a huge place. Like we saw from the video, like they have cookies, every baked good you can think of they had there. And I was like, oh my gosh, could you imagine?
Straight temptation.
Right. I was like, so we're not even gonna go there.
I feel like, honestly, if I walk into the joint, I'm gonna get straight diabetes.
Right. Or all of the gluten. You'd be like, what?
Well, I was like, hit me in the face with it.
Right. So yeah, we didn't even go there.
Those places back in the day used to be really dangerous for us, because we would like.
We don't know how to say no. We're like,
we would each have our own tray when we went
yes, and be like, oh, I want these cookies and I want that.
Yeah.
Oh, that coconut. I forget what it was called, but it was like a coconut, because I love coconut. It was a coconut candy where it was the Mexican flag colors. Oh my gosh, I used to love that stuff.
Because remember, we used to take your mother to one, and when each of us would get our own box.
Yeah.
It's like a shoebox size, or I'm sorry, a pizza box size of Danishes promo.
Their version.
Yeah.
But yeah, get that and all. Yeah.
For each of us.
Yeah. So, no, glad we didn't do that.
I don't know why we were diabetic.
I know, right? I don't know why. That's like so sweet. And then, like, there were several booths where they had, of course, like the Mexican sodas and the Mexican Cokes. What's it called? Doritos?
Yeah,
It's like the brand.
Yeah.
And, oh, yeah, because I used to drink a lot of, it was the red drink.
Oh, Fanta?
No, Sangria. But not alcoholic.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I used to drink that a lot. And so the Sangria, then they had Topos. But we didn't get it because we were like, well, we already brought our own drinks, and we're going to hit Dutch, thanks to Lisa, on the way home. So.
Right? Yeah, because I have my own water right here. Well, I don't need to buy theirs.
Right, well, I pay for it. So, yeah, we did that, and then it was fun, though. I enjoyed looking. I get a little anxious when there's a lot of people around. Do you feel that way?
Yes.
Like, I just feel like I feel closed in.
Almost claustrophobic, kind of like.
Yeah, and,
almost like what do they call it? A agoraphobe. Somewhat. Where you don't like being around in public places. Isn't that the term?
Is it chlorophobe?
I thought it was.
But anyways.
Y'all gonna comment, let me know.
Yeah. So it was fun, but yeah, there were so many people, kind of kids running everywhere, and people, they bump into you and everything, and then when you're like looking at booths, you're trying to see everything, then somebody comes up around because they probably go all the time, and they're just like, then I feel like I'm in somebody's way, trying to look, and then trying to ask how much, and then
it's the booths, they're kind of deep, some of them are.
Yeah.
But they're not really defined to feel whether or not you should walk in there,
right,
or just walk up to the edge, and then the attendant does everything.
Right.
So
I didn't
I'm
know
kind
either.
of shaky on that. Maybe I'm just being too overcautious or whatever.
But I was just like, well, okay, we won't. I don't know. A lot of people, though, were really getting all kinds of stuff. And then it's hard to ask. And then, like, I think the one lady, when she came back and she said, like, her sweet potatoes, she was going to charge us $12.
For a 3-pack.
I thought it was 4.
I mean, still.
But anyways, I was like, oh, no. And she acted perturbed that I told her no. I was like, well, I'm not going to spend $12. Jeez. But I think overall we did okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I think good. I think so, yeah.
But
like
again,
I said, then we found out about it.
And they had tons of huge things of garlic.
Yes.
So if you wanted like tons of garlic, and then lots of turmeric, like fresh turmeric and fresh ginger that you can buy there. So again, I think if you're looking for those things, that's a good option. But I feel like overall, like you could do pretty good at like Aldi when it comes to your produce.
Yes.
But we'll see what we got, because we got some jalapenos, and I told the guy $1's worth.
Oh, wow.
So we'll see how much we got for $1.
Right.
Because I know how much I paid, like 55 cents at Aldi, and get like 5 or 6 jalapenos.
Right.
So we'll see what we ended up with. Right?
Yeah. Like I said, I think it was a good trip just to find out about the place.
Yeah, and I think it would be fun,
It's
like if...
not worth going back to, like, on a weekly or a daily thing.
No.
We can do a lot better just right here at home.
Right, a lot closer.
And you don't have to mess with all this traffic.
Oh my gosh, this traffic, y'all.
We are so conditioned to work from home.
I mean, seriously.
I can't believe I used to do this every single day.
Ugh.
All day long.
I know.
Just, I do not miss it, I'll tell you that. I mean, the only bonus to doing it all day was I was able to listen to my podcast.
Nah.
Caught up on those. But then it'd be right there in the middle of a conversation when I would get a phone call, the builder or the office calling me wanting to do something. So,
right.
I know, first world problems.
So it's much better now. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll just wrap this up, right?
About right here, because, I mean, honestly, there's nothing much else to tell them. I'm just kind of out of it. I'm ready to go take a nap. That heat was a little much. And I'm starting to get hungry. I don't want to go anywhere and eat and pay for it when I already have my lunch sitting there waiting for me at home.
Right.
And then we already have our hamburger to be thawed out. We need to make our chili, too, we said.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
When we get that started when we get home, we're going to throw that in the Instant Pot so it'll be ready for us.
Yeah.
So
it'll be awesome.
We got big plans today, obviously.
Yeah.
So wish us luck. Hopefully the internet comes back, because then also I'll be able to post this video tonight.
I know.
So, but thank y'all for watching. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are just so inspiring. Thank y'all so much for all your support.
And don't forget,
every Friday night, 6:30 Central, we go live for the Friday night feast, as long as we have internet.
I know.
We'll cook up an entree, make a couple of snacks, show you how to do it, then we spend our evening just chewing the fat with all of our friends in the HungryHorde. Hope you can tune in sometime. We'd love to have you over for dinner. Thank y'all for watching, and see y'all in the next one.
And don't forget to stay tuned to see all of our wonderful channel members. Thank y'all so much for your continued support. Bye.
Bye.